Eagle World Headquarters, story time. Story time number 2. So, in the last one, we went over the stuff on the top shelf, on the very top, and on the top shelf. Let's move to the next shelf down, shall we? Well, we just move right over here and come a little closer, and we'll take these things right down the line. So, this is one of my favorite things. If you look at it, it says Boys Under 13 Champion. Okay. And Florida State Cup, sponsored by Snickers, 1996-97. Okay, this is a team that I was lucky enough to be coaching. I was invited to be a part of the staff by the person who started the team, named Bill Burton, and he gave me the free reign to coach this team for about 5 years, starting when they were about 10 years old. This team, we traveled everywhere we went, believe it or not, with this team. These are some of the places that we played soccer: Paris, France; Amsterdam in the Netherlands; Germany; the state of Washington; I can't think. Colorado. It's amazing the places we went with these kids, and they always did well. But what really I'm so proud of about this trophy is not only were they the state champions, but more importantly, they were the state Fair Play Award winners. So at this time in youth soccer, they had 2 championships that you could play for. You could play for the team that was the best team, and you could play for the team that played the most fair. And we won them both. Does it get any better than that? To be the most fair and the best. That's so cool. Okay, this here is a great personal honor of mine. It's when Clearwater Central Catholic High School in 2002 asked me to become part of their school Hall of Fame. It's something I'm quite proud of. This one, okay, this is from 1992. There used to be a thing called Sportsalute. See just under the figure, it says Sportsalute XX. That means 20, Roman numeral 20. Clearwater Central Catholic boys soccer team finalist, March 5th, 1992. Sportsalute was a banquet that was put on. I'll just leave this up here while I talk about it. That was put on by the St. Petersburg Times newspaper, and it was to select the very best amateur athletes in the Tampa Bay area of any sport. And one of the things they would do is they would pick the best amateur athletic team in the Bay Area of any sport. So football teams, volleyball, cross country, every sport was included, colleges and high schools. So amateur means not professional, and professional means you're getting paid to play. Amateur means you're playing for free. So any school team is considered an amateur team. So our soccer team, we won the Sportsalute Team of the Year the year before this. And in this year, that plaque belongs to the school, Clearwater Central Catholic High School. But this plaque was for being a finalist. We were one of the final 3 teams the year after. So for 2 consecutive years, we were one of the best teams of any kind of team, any sport, in the Tampa Bay area. That's pretty cool. And this is all soccer on this one. So this is first of all, it's a cool trophy because it's made of glass, soccer ball. It says Florida Final Four. Let's see if there's a year on here. There is not. Okay. but this was from 1993. The team that won this, they got to the Final Four, one of the best teams in the state. The team that won this has a great story behind it. One of my sons. I have a daughter and two stepsons, and they're all amazing people. Amazing people, so great. And one of the boys, his name was Brian. He was a fantastic soccer player, one of the best. And so we played on a team, and I was coaching that team, and we did well. We won the state championship. We went all the way to the final two in the country. We went to the national championship game. But then after that year was over, the team decided that they didn't want some of the players on the team to return. It's like, you know how it is when people say, oh, we don't want the bad players, quote unquote. We only want the good players on our team. But the thing is, every player on that team was a good player. You don't get all the way to the finals of the country if you don't have good players on your team, right? So they decided, no, they wanted to get better players. So they cut about 6 or 7 players off that team and just said, sorry, you're not good enough anymore. Well, these players were amazing, and they had great attitudes. They tried really hard, and they were just brilliant players. But they just got cut, right? So I wasn't the coach anymore, so I didn't like that. Brian, who was like I told you, an amazing player, he wasn't cut. They wanted him to stay. He was actually the captain of the team. But being the captain of the team, he didn't think it was right that these players got let go. So he left the team. He said, if you're going to let those guys go, I'm going to go too. I'm not going to play with this. I'm not going to play with you guys. And then a couple of other kids who were friends of Brian, who were on the team that were really good, they said, no, I'm going with Brian. So we started a team of all of the people that got cut, and Brian and a couple of other people. We started our own team. And that team wasn't supposed to be any good because we were all the people that got cut. That team won this trophy. And the funny thing is, the great thing is, one of the teams that didn't get as far in the tournament as this one was the one that was supposed to be gotten better by letting these people go. They got knocked out in an earlier stage. The point is, don't turn back on your friends. Your friends are your friends. Sometimes it's really easy to look over here and say, ooh, that person looks cool, or ooh, that looks like a better thing, or ooh. When you've got loyal people and they have done something with you and you've worked together to accomplish something, be proud of that. Always look on the bright side. Always look at what good that people bring. Look at me. I mean, this old guy telling stories on a computer. I mean, people could look at me and go, who is this guy? Who does he think he is? And if you wanted to, you could easily say that. You could make an argument that, you know, I'm being silly right now. Or you could make an argument that, wait a minute, that's our coach. He's been our coach since we even know when. We were 3 years old when we first saw that guy. He's our guy. And we're loyal to him, and he's loyal to us. And loyalty, look that word up. It's an important word. So this trophy is about loyalty. It's about sticking with your people and not giving up on them. And we were prepared not to be great. We were prepared to be just okay. But as it turned out, we were amazing. And I'll just share one more thing. We got to the semifinals of the state tournament, and we played a team called the Plantation Eagles. They were the best team in America at the time. They had just won a tournament called the Dallas Cup. And they were supposed to crush us. I mean, kill us. Their coach, Thomas Rongan, later became a coach of the Tampa Bay Rowdies, and had played pro soccer in the Netherlands and was really a good player and smart coach. So we went and played them, and we ended up winning we were winning the game 2-1 with 4 minutes left in the game. And then and it was on a really hot day. Our players were wilting of the heat. And in the last 4 minutes, the Plantation Eagles scored 2 goals to take the lead and beat us 3-2. But right up until the very last moment, we were still alive and almost going to beat the best team in America. So losing 3-2 to the best team in America was not bad, especially for a bunch of guys that were told that they weren't good enough the year before. That's what that trophy's about.